Good morning everyone. I welcome you on behalf of Mind IAS. As you all know that photosynthesis done by the presence of pigment which is present in leaf, and the name of the pigment is chlorophyll. Okay. So we have to know something about leaf also. Okay. So in leaf where this chlorophyll is present, or what is the structure of leaf. So if you see the structure of leaf, suppose this is, I have drawn this diagram of leaf. Okay. So this portion of leaf is attached with the branch of a tree or a plant. So this portion is called petiole. This portion is called petiole. Now if you observe the leaf very carefully, at the center there is a very deep line, or you can say cleavage, which can divide the leaf into two equal part. So this line of leaf is called midrib. This line is called midrib. The entire surface area of leaf where this midrib and other structures are present is called leaf blade. Leaf blade, or you can also call it as lamina. So the entire surface area of leaf is called leaf blade or lamina. Now with this midrib region, if you see, these kinds of branches are coming out. So these structures are called veins. These structures are called veins. And if you see very closely leaves, from these veins some more structures are also coming out, and they are forming a network like structure on leaf. So this is called your veinlets. This is called your veinlets. So this is the structure of leaf. This is the structure of leaf. The portion which is attached to the plant is petiole. The entire surface area of leaf is called leaf blade or lamella. The center line, which is clearly visible in leaf, which divide the leaf in exactly two equal parts, is your midrib. These branched lines are called veins, and again the dense branching is called veinlets. So this is something which we can see from our naked eyes. All these structure in the leaf is observed by our naked eyes. But again, the important structure, that is called stomata, which is present in the plant, which is responsible for transpiration and exchange of gases. Stomata we cannot see from our naked eyes. If you see the structure of stomata, it is somewhat like this. Here you can see these circular structures. These are chlorophyll. These are chlorophyll. This opening is called stomatal pore. So according to the need of the plant, if you see the shape of the cell, you can say these are bean shaped or kidney bean shaped cells are there. And if you see the stomatal pore is not always open all the time. It depends upon the outer environment and internal requirement of a plant. If outside the temperature is very high, then obviously the stomatal pore is closed to prevent the loss of water. If outside the day is rainy and it's already lots of water, then there is no need of close of this stomata. So based on the requirement of plant, this stomatal pore open and close according to the plant. If you draw a cross section of a leaf, because cross section is something which you cannot see from your naked eyes, for that you have to prepare a slide, and with the help of microscope only you can see. So if you draw a cross section of a leaf, the uppermost layer of the leaf is called cuticle. Okay, somewhere it is written waxy cuticle also, and the function is protective in nature. Protective in nature. Basically to protect the leaf. And like we have discussed, the stomata is a very important structure. But if you see different types of plant, they have different kind of distribution of stomata on the surface of leaf. Say for example, if you take the example of a monocot plant. Monocot plants. So they have almost equal distribution of stomata on the upper surface of the leaf and the lower surface of the leaf. But if you see dicot plants, so dicot plants have more number of stomata on their lower surface in comparison to their upper surface. So the outermost layer which is protective in nature is in leaf is your cuticle, followed by a second layer which is known as epidermis, Now after this layer you can see these kind of elongated cells after a regular interval. These are the cells which contain chlorophyll, and at the lower surface you can say that these structures are present on the lower epidermis. This layer is representing the lower epidermis. So here large number of stomata is present on the lower surface. So all these are structures representing your stomata. Okay, and in between these gap spaces are present. These are called, you can say, air spaces. Vacant air spaces are also present. So this is this diagram representing the cross section of a leaf. So in the previous diagram, what we have seen? In the previous diagram, we have seen the structure of leaf from a outer view which we can see from our naked eyes. But in this picture, we have seen the cross section of a leaf. When we prepare a slide of a leaf and when we observe inside the microscope, these many layers and different types of cells we can see inside the leaf. So this is the cross section of the leaf, and inside the leaf stomata is present and chlorophyll is present. Chlorophyll is present in which organelle, which cell organelle? That is chloroplast. And in which specialized cell these chloroplasts are present inside the leaf? So that is your mesophyll cells of the leaves. Mesophyll cells of the leaves, your chlorophyll is present. So question may come from mesophyll cell also. In which cell organelle is present? You can write chloroplast, or they ask that which is the pigment which is responsible for the absorption of sunlight? That is your chlorophyll. Stomata is present, which is bean shaped, and the function is transpiration and exchange of gases. Thank you everyone for today.